So all of the swatches for the lippy sticks and lippy pencils are here. So you can see all of those shades, right? Okay, so a nice range. And of course they have so many more shades on their site. But yeah, so that's all that I have so far. For the eyeshadows now, which on the bottom of all the ones that I have, it says Super Shock Shadow. And it has the color of that particular shade at the top. So this one, for example, is Bill. And they all say Super Shock Shadow at the bottom. Let me tell you about these. Also priced at $5, also paraben free, sulfate free, as is the case with all of their makeup. First of all, yes, $5, great price for makeup. I feel like it's super pigmented. I'm going to do these not on my eyes. I'm just going to swatch it on the hand. That'll be faster. You'll see the colors. Color payoff I think is great. I know that everyone is not a fan of these, but I'm going to tell you why I love them. I am not an expert makeup person, right? I'm not a makeup artist. I just started wearing eyeshadow, what, 2 years ago or so. My favorite ones to date are still the ones that I can apply with my finger because they're creamy. That's this. Oh, let me show you. Oh, I should bring that other one from Stila, which I was so mad I paid like the 30-something bucks for. Yeah, I am going to get that and show you that. But anyway, let me go through the colors and start swatching. And when I get to the one that's close to the Stila one, I'll pause this and go and get that one to show you. Now, don't be fooled. You have all of this as packaging. The shadow does not go all the way to the bottom. It's not like you're getting that much shadow. It tells you right here that you're getting 2.1 grams, which I still think is a great amount. And you're getting 0.07 ounces if you want to hear it in ounces. As you can see, I hit pan on that one. Maybe you can see the little silver dot right there. Now, to hit pan with this is not saying that much because I don't think I truly hit pan. What I mean by that is, see how it's kind of, because the eyeshadow itself is so soft that it kind of gets mushed around, and because of that mushing, I think I just got to a point where I could see the pan, but I really just put the shadow on the other side accidentally as I was swirling around with my finger to just do just like that, to apply on my eye just like that. And when I want to pat color in another area, I take another color and pat, pat, pat. Now, I'm going to do these swatches and close it up because they do recommend on their little tips and tricks or info card that comes along with the eyeshadows, you do not want these to be exposed to air for any long period of time because it will lose the texture. And I haven't had that happen with any of them because I just screw the lid right back on and it's done. I'm fine. So I don't know what that texture would be like if the air were to hit it and impact it. So I'm not sure what it would turn to. Maybe it would not even be in a condition where you could use it anymore. Who knows? Maybe it would harden and crack. I have no idea, but I don't want to get to that point. The other reason why I can tell you that I like the amount that they give is because I like the satisfaction of knowing that I haven't just purchased a product, but I've purchased it and I've used it and finished it and maybe have to, you know, get a new one. So that just lets me know that I'm not just having products accumulate, but I'm actually getting some usage out of them. So for this particular one, I hit pan on a few of these eyeshadows, and trust me, the eyeshadows arrived like December 31st. So I have not had them for a long time. So I know that may make some other people not happy because they'll say, what? You know, so quickly I can hit pan. That means I'm going to be ordering, but they're also only $5. And again, it gives me the satisfaction of knowing that I'm actually finishing products. But again, I think it's the mushing process too. So I haven't really hit true pan on all of them. One, I think I did, but not all of them. So anyhow, this first one is Bill. And that's what it looks like. And they all have this kind of snake skin print on the top, but once you start like swatching it, let me just show you that swatch. I'm going to swatch it on the other hand because I have the lipstick things on the other one. So this is Bill, and again, maybe you can see, let me see if you can see. No, you can't really get an idea of it, just it feels like cream, right? So that's Bill, and let me swatch Bill right here. So yeah, that wasn't the shade that I needed to buy, but it's okay. I kind of use it under things almost as a base and then pile other colors on top of Bill. But this is Bill. When I leave Bill alone, it kind of gives me a little ashy kind of look on my eyelids unless I pair it. There is another one that I'm going to show you that I pair it with, and I think those two look kind of nice together. So that's Bill. This next one is called Tink, and the ones that I got on the the majority of the ones that I have are the matte finish, because I purchased those like the night the mattes were released. I think it was December 25th, or was it the 26th at midnight. I happened to have seen that thing on Instagram. I saw the swatches on Instagram because I was following ColourPop. I'm like, nope, I'm getting it. So once those were loaded up on the site, I went and bought, they had 14 mattes that they released. I have like 7 of them. And I have 9 shadows total, but one I accidentally purchased the same color twice because it was in my last order, my second order, and then it was in the this most recent, the third order. So anyhow, this one is called Tink, and it's kind of like a grayish color. It's gray, right? So that's Tink. Let me just swatch Tink. Look at that. Like a kind of blackish gray. Right, so that's Tink. Pretty, I think. Tink. Okay. So that is Tink. Let me just wipe off my fingers a bit. And as you can see, it kind of stains your finger. I'm trying to wipe this off right now, and it is staining it a bit. And it will do the same to your eyelids if you don't put primer on. So I would suggest putting a primer on. I can also tell you about the longevity of these. Oh my goodness. So amazing. I have oily lids, right? It's just a thing. My lids are oily, so I always use primer. But sometimes I may forget, or if I'm rushing or whatever, or if I feel I'm not going to be out that long and I don't really need to use primer, I may not. But if I don't, the powder ones, even from the best brands that I really, really do love, the powder ones, they'll take a little hit because of my super oily lids. This puppy I've worn with no primer, and I've worn the majority of the times with primer. Lasts all day. I literally physically have to take it off because it's not dying down in intensity. It looks just as pigmented as when I first applied it. I'm wearing it on my lids right now. I'll zoom in. Not that it looks good, but I'm just going to zoom in so you can see. So you may not be able to tell, but I have on 2 colors, Hustle at the end and Bandit over here. And I kind of tried to blend them a little bit. But again, that too has been on since like 8:30 this morning, and now it's a little after 3 since I've been filming. But anyway, those are I really, really like it. This is Mittens, M-I-T-T-E-N-S, Mittens. All right, so that's Mittens, and this is the color. All right, let me just put my finger in creamy Mittens. Oh, it feels so nice. Sorry, going through the viewfinder is hard, so let me just, I put Mittens right here. Super sloppy swatch, but that's Mittens, kind of like a maroonish color. Really, it looks like the, let me put a little more so you can see it. It looks like what they call the, was it the Pantone color of the year? Is that how it's pronounced? Pantone? Anyway, and that's a matte. So the majority of the ones that I have, those are mattes except for Hustle. When I get to Hustle, just remember that one's not a matte because it was on the list before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, or maybe it I don't know. Hustle is the one that I purchased accidentally twice, and I got it before they released their matte collection, so I'm assuming, or it could have just been not a part of the official matte collection, but a matte. I don't know. They all seem to dry down with the same type of finish for the ones that I purchased. They have other finishes for their eyeshadows, but I seem to have like all mattes and whatever finish Hustle is supposed to be. So this is Mittens. So I like Mittens, very cute. And for me, I really do like the fact that I can just pat it with my finger. I'm so not a pro. And I think on their low card, they recommend using synthetic brushes. That's all I own. Again, I'm not a pro. I have cheap little like e.l.f. brushes and I have used brushes to apply it. And for me, it hasn't been a problem. It's been perfectly fine, but I prefer to use my fingers. Love using my fingers because I feel like the placement is exactly where I need it to be. This one is Effect. You may not be able to see these labels here, but yeah, there you go. Effect, and it's a pretty kind of greenish, tealish kind of color. Well, maybe I shouldn't say teal. I was just feeling how Effect feels, making sure that one wasn't drying out, but there we go. This one right here is Effect. Yeah, I really am digging these shadows hard. I like them. This is my favorite one. I'm gonna, well, one of my favorite ones. It really makes my eyes pop. I'm gonna save this for last because I have to get the Stila one and show you that. Bandit is, I'm definitely buying another Bandit. I could use Bandit every day. As you can see, I've definitely hit pan on that one, and I think that's like a true pan hit because it matches my skin. It gives me like a little more oomph than my skin, and I'm just gonna swatch it right here, right by my knuckles. This is Bandit. See how it like is really good with my skin tone. Let me just put a little more so you can see that. Right, so that's Bandit right here. Really pretty color. So I use that just to give myself a little oomph, a little extra pop, and I can just wear Bandit on my lid alone. Just put it on and go. I love it. So this one, I'm definitely getting another Bandit for sure. And I don't have much left because Hustle, again, I told you I was a repeat purchase. So let me just swatch Hustle once for you. I'll go on the other end now. This is Hustle. Pretty purple, which I have at the end of my eye right here. Let me just swatch Hustle. Super creamy and delicious. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's Hustle. I'm going to put it right here. Right, so this one is Hustle. Right, so those are the colors so far. And again, Hustle. Pretty. So I accidentally got that one twice. And I didn't show you, this is the little box that the shadows come in. So this is my other Hustle. And then I'm going to show you Doe-a-Deer, which is like a, it looks like a deep kind of purple. Like a deep black cherry / purple. Almost reminds me of leather, their lipstick, Doe-a-Deer. So there it is, and let me just swatch that. Boom, here we go. I put it on top of Bandit, sorry about that, but you'll still see the color. There we go. Right here at the very, very end is Doe-a-Deer. Almost reminds me of the Creature lipstick that I'm wearing right now, kind of, sort of. Maybe not, but anyway, that's Doe-a-Deer. And here are the eyeshadow colors. Now I'm going to swatch my last one, my ultimate fave, and let me get the Stila one, and then I'll be able to tell you what I don't like about that one and what I love about Game Face. You all remember when I first showed you Metallic Merlot from Stila? This comes with this little pan. Here's the color itself, like this kind of, let me take the lid off so you can see it properly. Right, Metallic Merlot. It's supposed to give you like this sparkly, shimmery, kind of bronzed deliciousness. I'm not saying these colors are dupes. That's not what I'm saying, but just the effect that you're supposed to get. And it came with this little droplet thing that you're supposed to use, put in the pan, and then mix some of the eyeshadow in here. It was like 32 bucks. Anyway, so I went to actually use this maybe 2 weeks ago or so. Got this out, and yes, it was closed tightly. Look, it's on tight right now. I can barely open it. And what happened there? Yeah, it all dried up. Just a little goop there in the corner. I only saved it to show you guys, and this is going in the garbage. Such a disappointment. First of all, you only got this small vial. I know this is not a Stila video, but you only got this tiny vial, and it dried up on its own, like annoying. And then then I said, okay, whatever, I'll use it without the vial, because you can, without the solution that comes in the little droplet. This feels like a rock. I never let air hit it, just as tightly as it was just closed. The lid was on so well, and this feels so worthless. The only reason I didn't throw this one away is because I do want to try it with my Inglot like makeup reviver. I had shown that a while ago, and it revives like anything, so that has dried out. So I wanted to try it with this one just so I feel like I kind of got my 32 bucks worth, even though I'm sure I won't. I can't even really swatch it for you now because it's worthless until I use the Inglot thing, but you can kind of see some of the sparkles came off on my finger when I tried to just dip my finger in it. But anyway, that's that. And I say all that to say, as sparkly and delicious as that one is supposed to be, the final eyeshadow, which I got from ColourPop, is Game Face. Right? That's the name of this particular one, Game Face. And here is the color. It's like a copper color, and so pretty. Oh, so pretty. And I've worn this on my eye. Oh, creamy deliciousness. I would imagine if the other one, if this were to dry out, it may feel just like the Stila one. Let me just put Game Face on its own down here. Look at that. Let me just do another one. And when I put this, I tell you, when I put this on kind of the center of my eyeball when I'm trying to be fancy, oh, it just lights up. It's just, oh, I love it. Love it so much. So that is the color. And wait, lighting, work with me right now, okay? So see, it's kind of like, and let me put this lid on. Okay, well, you know, any situations happening here. Okay, so look at this. If the lighting would work with me, you would see that it's kind of this almost metallic finish to it. This one is not a matte. This was the other one that wasn't a matte Game Face, because this was out before the matte collection. And the fact that it's not matte, it's like a metallic shimmery thing. And it just looks so beautiful on the lids. These shadows, this is the comment I think I didn't finish stating before. Primer or no primer, these things are on my lids all day long. The only thing is if I don't have a primer, it goes away a bit, but not really. It goes away a bit, it does, and it doesn't look as intense as it did initially. But even with my oily lids, I think this brand is such a winner. For eyeshadows, I'm not going to say like this is the only eyeshadow I will like purchase from this point forward, or lipsticks that I will only purchase from this point forward. But knowing the price point and what I consider to be the quality of these items, I am so pleased with it, that if a new shade of like, let's say a Kat Von D or matte or MAC or a, you know, some other lipstick comes out and it's a really pretty shade, I'm going to check to see if ColourPop has released it yet. I want them to be the Weird Al Yankovic of makeup. So remember when like Michael Jackson would have a song that would come out, then Weird Al would like spoof it. So yeah, please ColourPop, do that. If there's a shade that's like all the rave, I hope you have it for $5. Why am I speaking like they're watching this? But I'm just saying, love ColourPop. I adore it. Again, with the eyeshadows, for me being a person who's not a pro and I don't have tons of brushes, I certainly don't have many fancy brushes. The most high level or advanced brushes that I have come from Tarte, and you guys have seen those in previous videos. Those brushes are really great, but I'm talking about what I use daily for like just applying eyeshadow. I'm great with my fingers, and so ColourPop works for me for its creamy, delicious texture. I love it. Even if I had to use a brush, which I have used brushes with these before. Oh, I brought one down just to show you actually. So if I needed to use a brush with this, let me just try and get a little color on it. You may see a little color went on there. I just think the intensity or color payoff is best with your fingers, but let me just zoom in and try and put a little something here so you can see. Oh, see? Still looks intense. And this is my cheap $1 e.l.f. brush. Now, if I were to do it with my, sorry, I was out of focus just now. If I were to do it with my finger, look, I can use the brush again, do a little more. Yeah, look at that. Intensity coming right off. So I generally use my finger though, but yeah, I think the intensity payoff is just fine with my cheap $1 brush. But if you have, because I think they recommend that you use synthetic. Oh, it says actually to blend, use a fluffy brush that has good movement, and it's saying how you should put it on using a windshield wiper movement if you're trying to blend for max coverage. Oh yeah, but it does say a flat, fine tip synthetic brush will make magic happen. And mine are clearly synthetic brushes. These are just $1 e.l.f. brushes. And yeah, I like what it does on my eyes. The fact that they stay like all day is beautiful. And again, I'm not going to say that I will never purchase another eyeshadow from any other company, because I love my Inglot, also paraben free, eyeshadows. Love them. They're more expensive. And I do like to get them, I mean, more expensive than $5. But and they're not in a container. They're like, you would have to fill in the Inglot pans or just keep them in the container they're shipped in, but it's not really a container. It's like a little plastic Ziploc. Sometimes you'll get it in that, or you'll get it in something else, but this is not an Inglot video, sorry. But what I'm saying is the Inglot one is more expensive than this, but the quality, even though it's a powder, I don't care, it's amazing. So I love Inglot shadows and Inglot brushes. So pigmented, just a single swipe and it is on my skin. It's there, it's gorgeous. But I also feel like this does it too, so I'm really happy. And here are the lippy sticks and lippy pencil colors, as well as that Rihanna one that I put there from MAC, and my eyeshadow colors, which this one being my top favorite matte, because look how it just blends in with my skin, and the other shades here as well. And then one of my other faves, Game Face. Beautiful. So this is all that I have from ColourPop so far. 12 lippy pencils and sticks all together, and then like the 9 shadows, well really 8 different colors. So I am just really thrilled with the company. It's $5. Give it a shake. You get free shipping if you get you'll get free shipping if you spend, I think it's $30, or if you spend more than $30, then your shipping is free. So if you just get 35 items, your $35 worth of items, which means you pick up 7 things, then your shipping is free. So there we go. That's kind of my take on ColourPop. If you've used them, let me know. Or if you know of another paraben-free and sulfate-free kind of makeup company that's trying to take the toxins out of it, yeah, and they're reasonably priced and really good, please do let me know in the comment section below. Or if you've tried ColourPop, please let me know what you think your favorite shade, not what you think, what you feel your favorite shades are, and let's chat. Anyway, I'm just really excited over ColourPop. Now, let me also say this, right, because we do talk packaging on this channel too. So some of the like ColourPop, maybe you can see just a little bit, the lettering is coming off just a tinge, but I don't care. For $5, I really don't care. And the packaging itself is still so cute, and this label is all intact, and you know, I think it's still adorable. So, because I know I've complained with packaging from other companies, not necessarily makeup, in the past, but that's because they're charging like a huge amount, and then the packaging looks like nothing. Whereas this, I think the packaging is cute, and they're charging a small amount. So I'm happy with ColourPop, totally happy. I pack that color on my lids, and I try to blend a little with my finger. It's great for a novice like myself. So if you're a finger gal when it comes to eyeshadows, or you have synthetic brushes, like maybe an e.l.f. brush like me, I think you'll like it and you'll be fine, or at least just give it a shot. And if you don't want to try the eyeshadows, maybe the lippy sticks and lippy pencils, or just the lippy sticks, because they are really, really good. I'm wearing Creature, so you can see I've been wearing it since I told you I put it back on. Let's look. Creature is the one that I meant to tell you. Sorry, now I forget. This is a matte, right? But this is the only one of the mattes that isn't as matte as the other ones. The other ones go down to like 0 shine, like matte finish, right? But this still looks a little, like, I'll zoom in again, it looks a little shiny, right? Yeah, it looks a little, it looks like that could almost be a satin finish, but I think the color is still pretty, so I really don't care. It's really nice. And thanks for watching. All right, I will talk to you all soon. Bye. I just had to come back and tell you, remember how I told you that they kind of stain, like the lippy stick stain? So after filming this video, I went to start wiping this off, and look, I literally wiped. Now the ones that were the other finishes, like the pearlized one, and of course the one that I had from MAC, those are like not totally gone, but pretty much gone. But the matte ones, hello, okay, look at this tissue, right? Okay, clean. I'm totally trying to wipe, like I'm wiping hard. See the pressure on my hand? Look at this. I'm literally trying to wipe, and look at that. Boom. So that's why I was saying, even though when I originally started this video, the color Dahlia didn't look as intense as when I did the swatch on camera, but still, it was still there, because this actually has real staying power. And this is with me, I was literally wiping really hard just now, actually still feel it. But yeah, look at that. ColourPop.